This was actually me driving this truck while my instructor videoed it for me. So there was no stunt double in the making of this film. It was me, beard and all. The previous class tested my skills. See how close that truck is to the cones? Yeah, I wanted to share my driving skills. I asked my instructor, I said, will you record this for me? So this first one is straight line backing. Yeah, this is straight line backing. So this is pretty easy. You just had to line straight in front of the cones and stay in between the two rows of cones and go straight back. I had some cool music, but YouTube said copyright, and it come from the iPhone selection. So for some reason they didn't like the music, so I'm doing a voiceover instead. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, you go straight, so you got the cones on the left and right, and see how the other guy left the truck real close. So this one and the second test is really close to that truck. So I got my good practice today, like I was in the real world. Got it all nice and tucked back there. You get to blow the horn a little bit if you want to at the end of each test. There's 3 of them. The straight line backing. So as you're backing up on straight line backing, you have to get the last cone has to be in the middle of your driver's side door. So you have to get all the way through the cones to the last cone. Now the next yard skill you have to do is offset backing. So it's kind of like straight line, except you go to the other lane and you have to offset. So you don't go straight, you kind of go a little bit over to the next lane and back up, and you have to hit the second cone in has to line up with your driver's side. I had to be real careful doing this. You know, I pulled up right here and I had to pull up and come to the cones that got set. You can't pass those other cones in front. So then you're at that point, and then you have to back up, and we're going to the left. But the truck's right there, so when I can see in my mirrors, and then I can't see behind me, but I had to estimate how far it was because they left that truck parked really close, and then you had to cut the wheel. But it's really close. But, you know, it gave me good practice. And you're going to back it up there, and you see the right there where the cone is on the far side there, the truck.
I won't be out here.
It's going to be the second cone that's going to come to my driver's side door. The ones that was right next to the other truck, I had to look down. So you only got maybe 3 feet, I guess, if that, maybe 5, but it seems tight when you're in a truck like that. But yeah, it's pretty good. That's my last day, so having a good time doing all this. Trying to get this CDL, get it under my belt. The next backing is parallel parking. And when I first started this, I didn't think I was going to get these. But, you know, as long as you get some access points or markers and you know where to turn, it really helps. Now this is parallel parking. So we're going to come straight. You know, I would already lined up and went straight. And then, see at the back tire, the back right tire, you want the cone kind of in the front of the tire a little bit instead of in the middle, in the front, and that's going to help you be able to line up in your box. So you look in the mirror, you can see the cone, you can't tell exactly where it is. So then you back straight up, and then you can turn. You know, you turn though, and you come to that white line, then you straighten up, and now you turn again to get in the box. And this is this perspective on this first time, and I did it 3 times just practicing. So this is my last day of the training, so I want to make sure I have my yard skills in, because this training really goes by fast. You know, it seems like they hurry up and slow down, hurry up and slow down, and you got to get it in your head and absorb it, and then you come back. But it's been an adventure, and there's a few things I don't really want to work a whole lot, but you know, just a couple hours or something. Somebody said they might have a milk truck I can do, and this is another one. You come here again. But if you don't hit the front of the tire toward the front of the truck, you could end up coming in at an angle. So you have to have, if you're hitting all your marks, it's easier to get in that hole. But the parallel parking is one that I messed up a little bit. The 18-wheeler was totally different, but it hurt my foot. So that's another perspective, just me doing it again. And I think she comes around the front of it and sees I'm in the middle. But as long as you get your marks, you remember your marks. And she said she'd let us come up there maybe one more day to try it, me and the other guy, and then the instructor's gonna have at us in a couple days. Hopefully I can get my CDL after that. But if I get a job I really like, you know, driving a dump truck or anything, and the bottom line, they pay you like 18, so it ain't bad. So see, I'm lined up in between the cones on both sides, and then you pull up and kind of get it all nifty and pretty, you know. Then she's gonna get another one she's on the opposite side, see what it looks like from this side. And what's so cool, the guy I used to work with, he was wanting to go to truck driver training, and he's the one that told me about it, because I was going to go to Aiken at first, and I was number 350. They got me in within like probably 3 weeks here in Greenwood. But the guy that was going to do that tonight, when I was doing my logboat for the last time, I seen him out there underneath that shelter, and I said, man, he said, I know you. And I said, are you so-and-so? He said, yeah. I said, what you doing? He said, I finally got out here, you know, a year and a half later after he told me about it. But if he hadn't have told me about it, I wouldn't have known. So you got to pick up all that little information from everybody. You know, and you hit your marks, and you can see that front mirror on the right. You can see that little cone, and you don't want to hit the cone. You only get 12 points. So anytime you hit something or come across the line for all these 3 tests is a point. So yeah, man, I feel pretty confident. Well, I can't believe it's come to the end. This was my official last day of truck driver training for the Class B. So I might get one more like session to kind of pound at my head, you know, so I don't have no hair to stop it. And then I take the test. So then I got to get a job, I guess. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to all the amazing content. And I appreciate everybody that's jumping on board. You know, one of the favorite things is a chicken biscuit.